Hello, 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 another week, another Fatlazy video, another banger for you all. This week was the Easter event, Nobel Garden. So I'm going to basically do a video trying to 100% everything that it offers, all the achievements, getting all the rewards, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's make our way through the Nobel Garden event and see what it's all about. But just before we do that, please subscribe to the channel. I'm a few hundred subs away from 4K subscribers, and it would mean the world to me to hit that goal before the week ends. Wouldn't that be awesome? So yeah, let's get into this video. So, like I said, our first job is to make our way through the achievements, but not before doing a few startup quests to see what the event's got to offer. So there's an egg hunt. We accept that. There's then another quest to collect some more eggs. Who would have thought? Go on an egg hunt. And then there's a final quest to go to Goldshire. Say less. Home sweet home. Goldshire Inn. The greatest place in all of Azeroth to visit. And in Goldshire, we could find Zinnia Brooks. And what did Miss Brooks offer us? Well, a quest to go scare away some silly gooses, some silly ducks, with a horn. To get them the hell out of there. Get out of there, duckies. And then after doing that, we got ourselves our first egg. Our first Nobel Garden egg. Very nice indeed. And as you can see, we also got ourselves an egg basket, which would increase our movement speed by 60% when egg hunting, which will become very handy later on when we've got to run around Goldshire hunting them down. Which moves us on to our first achievement that we need to get. I found one. Find a brightly coloured egg. Sounds simple, and to be honest, it is. As I said before, scattered all around Goldshire and various other places in Azeroth, but for me I'm just going to stick in Goldshire because, you know, I might encounter some funny stuff. We could loot an egg and get ourselves the achievement. I found one. The first of many. I think we're going to need close to 2,000 eggs to be able to get everything. But yeah, we were then tasked to head over to Stormwind, to the mage quarters, to meet a mage in the mage tower. A lot of maginess going on there. And after a quick little word with him, he was like, thanks for that, Fatlazy, now get your butt back to Elwyn Forest, to Goldshire. So that I did. And upon returning back to Mrs. Brooks, we were able to turn ourselves into a little ducky. So off we went, through the Elwyn Forest, as a duck, making our way through the boars, the spiders, the rabbits even, just as an innocent little ducky. And at the end of our adventure, we found ourselves a nice golden egg, next to a nest, which we'd come back to later, in order to get ourselves another achievement and the chances of getting a mount. But hey, classic Fatlazy, we're getting ahead of ourselves, more on the mount later. And upon returning back to Mrs. Brooks, we got ourselves a golden egg toy, which allowed me to turn into a little ducky myself. And I chose the black duck. There was a few colour variants, but we've gone with the black one. So disguised as a duck, I thought I'd head into the Goldshire Inn and just sightsee, take a look around, as an innocent little duck who meant no harm business here in the Goldshire Inn, no funny business at all. I don't know what I was up to, I just fancied seeing what was on offer. And nothing to see here, nothing here to see at all. God damn! I mean, I'm just a ducky. Dobbins, give me a beer. Wait, no, I'm just a duck. I'm not Fatlazy, I don't want a beer. I'm just sightseeing, taking on the sights. Nothing to see here, just a cute duck, minding his business. And oh my god, get your butt here. I mean, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here at all. Hello? Am I scaring her off? I mean, wait, no, come back. Come back, no. Oh, hello. No, what? It's like they can sense me. They know I'm not a duck. They know I'm a big, hairy panda drunken beast. No, come back. Oh, hello there. Take 3. Well, you've already got a duck. This isn't fair. I'm meant to be the duck companion. Little duck bastards stealing my limelight. No, you won't run away from me though. But I need to find someone else. I mean, I need a beer. Yes, I need a beer. That's why I'm putting back. Totally. Wait a minute. Aren't you? Oh god, they don't like me. Anyways, let's just look around. Ignore anyone who's tried to ignore me. Just a cute duck here, nothing to see. The guards have come in. Someone's trying to kill somebody, and I promise you it's not me. It's okay though, it's okay. I am a duck, an innocent bystander, Nothing to see here, nothing to see here at all. Oh my god! Oh my god! Get me out of here! Cover blown! Cover blown! I can't be seen in there ever again! Oh god damn it, so much for the duck disguise. Fatlazy, you've been outed as a pervert. God damn it, Fatlazy Panda. Anyways, moving on with the Nobel Garden video. So after that very, strange affairs in the Goldshire Inn, let's say, I realised that I had a quest to do that I got at the very beginning, to go back to Donegal, to go to this area of it, and basically collect 20 eggs and open them up. And just to note, I've not mentioned it so far, but when you collect an egg and you do open it, you are then given a chocolate as well as maybe some reward that could be in the egg. There's a low % chance of things from the vendor in there basically, but the chocolate itself can be used to purchase all the cool stuff from the vendor, which we'll be hunting down, hence why we need a hell of a lot of eggs. I also figured out that sometimes when you pick up an egg, it turns you into a bunny, and look at that, when you jump, the bunny's got a cute egg basket to collect all these eggs in. How very nice. And after doing everything that was required of us in Donegal, we head back to the quest vendor, got the rewards of an egger basket. Is that what it's called? I think so. I think it's not egg, because I typed in egg and I got nothing there. Where you at, Mr. Basket? So screw it. We'll just type in basket. And there it is. And there we go. We now don't need that item we got at the start, as we got this toy, which will allow us to have a 60% movement speed when hunting down these eggs. Nice. The vendor also gave us a transmog, a cute little egg basket, and look, that one's got bunny ears on it. How adorable. So the next achievement we're hunting down was the Quacked Killer. Defeat Daetan Swiftplume. And as I mentioned earlier, defeating him will give us a chance of getting the mount. So off we headed over to the farm. There was a big ass golden egg, where me and the homies had to heave it down to its nest. So I guess he could hatch out of there, and we could kill his ass. But yeah, we worked as a team. The villagers of Goldshire Inn, the champions of Azeroth. Steady boys, steady boys. Can't make sure that this golden bounty cracks right before we get there. What a pity that would be. But yeah, as you can see, we got the egg home, and from that, well, kind of, it almost landed on there. You think you can wing this? Very punny of you, Mr. Swiftplume. But we popped off. We popped off on his ass, letting him know that, you know, that will be his last pun that he ever makes. Because we're here and we mean business. We wanted him for his loot. And that's what we'll do, slicing a window. I'm not gonna lie, I hated that move when it first came out for monks this tier, but it's grown on me. But yeah, we killed him, and we got ourselves the achievement, Quacked Killer. But more importantly, when we loot this bad boy, he gives us a quest handing to head back to Miss Brooks and get ourselves the egg basket, which can contain the mount. So here we go. No mount, just some trousers. Ah well, but I promise you, unlike the Halloween event where the Headless Horseman has just escaped from me, I will get this mount whether it kills me. I promise you that one. So I headed back to Goldshire Inn to hunt down another achievement, Chocolate Lover. I know it says Chocoholic, I didn't manage to screenshot the 25 one before it turned into this, but hey we're using that anyways. And basically, like I said before, the eggs we collect reward us with chocolates which we can spend at the vendor for cool items, or just eat them. Eat 25 of them and get the Chocolate Lover, and forget about using those chocolates to spend on juicy rewards. Instead, you pour them down the drain or this panda's stomach just to get an achievement. So I headed over to Dobbin's because I was a bit sad that it would make me have to farm more eggs, and I headed upstairs to see what was going on while I necked back a few of Dobbin's finest ales. And you know, I walked up and I'm already a bit worried about what's going on. And there's that chick who didn't like me in my duck farm. She happens to be up here. I don't know what's going on, but us two just seem to be attracted to one another, whether we like it or not. Who's coming? I don't know, I'm just trying to have a beer. Oh my god. The guards have appeared. There seems to be an imposter amongst us. Oh my god, it's a goddamn hardy. Surely not. And just when I thought I was having a nice and peaceful beer upstairs in the inn, all hell broke loose. But get out my way, bitch. I'm trying to have a beer, goddammit. But like I said, I was thinking, you know, I just wanted a couple of beers. But that's not what I'd get. Instead, we got all-out warfare upstairs. You know, that poor little bunny, he just thinks he's about to walk into a room where nothing's happening. Not total carnage, total chaos. That bunny was having none of it. He was just watching and thinking, like me, we just want to chill, man. What's with all the... Go, daddy. Okay. No, I don't know what I was expecting. Kill him. This is exactly what I was expecting upstairs at the Goldshire Inn. I won't lie. Anyways, moving on. Getting distracted again. So it was time for a double-header achievement. We've got dressed for the occasion, discover an elegant dress by opening a brightly coloured egg, and Sunday's finest, discover the white tuxedo shirt and black tuxedo pants by opening an egg, which I'm showcasing right now in the background, drinking some beers to Dobbins. So we collected a whole bunch of eggs, hundreds of them to be exact, and eventually I got myself the Sunday's finest for collecting the two-piece, the nice little tuxedo combo, ready for the night ahead. And then continued on my egg hunting march before I got dressed for the occasion and looted an elegant dress from the eggs. Very easy to do, as both these items are very easy and common to obtain through the eggs. But hey, let's try on this dress. Let's see how beautiful this panda looks with it on. I'm really struggling to get it equipped, but eventually I do, and oh my god, look how sexy that panda looks in that dress. It was then time to complete the Chocoholic achievement. We had to eat 25 of them and throw that down the drain. Now we needed to put another 75 chocolates down our belly and get the achievement. I sat in Goldshire and poured another 100 eggs down the drain just to get an achievement instead of buying rewards with them. But hey, that's all part of this challenge, isn't it? We need to get all these achievements. We need to get all the rewards. It's what Fat Lazy Panda does, goddammit. And we're gonna do it in style. So Goldshire Inn, what a place to be in. What a wonderful community I was starting to feel a part of. You know, plenty of sights to see here in the Goldshire Inn. And during the Easter event, Nobel Garden, Goldshire was as filled with life as it ever can be. Honestly, it was rammed. And I thought I better start dressing for the occasion now I've got some items unlocked, which, you know, can get me in that Easter festive spirit. I continued on collecting eggs, and then I saw a bunch of people hanging out by the campfire in the distance, so I went over to investigate. There seemed to be a perfect place for this fat lazy panda to just sit down and see what the locals of the area were saying. So sit I did, and as soon as I sat down, I was greeted with a nice wave from the only chick in the group. What can I say, absolute chick magnet. I got invited in to the group, and there and then I didn't realise what I'd been invited into. That's right, I had met some gamblers, some death rollers. So who's gambling? Well, let me pause the video right there, as this turned out to be one big degenerate night of gambling. My first experience of it, and what I'm going to turn into a whole video next week. So, that being said, let's just pretend that didn't happen, and I didn't have an entire night staying up till about 5-6 in the morning, gambling away with the locals in Goldshire. The next morning came around, a new day, a new start at the Nobel Garden achievement hunt that we're going for. And what achievements do we need? Well, first, since it's a new day, we can have another go at killing the rare and getting ourselves the egg basket, which can reward us with the mount. So that's what we went and did. But just before that, what the hell was going on in Goldshire? I mean, is this the Avatar? What's going on? Why is there so many blue folk walking around butt naked? You know, these goddamn naked drain eyes, there's a problem with them. They don't know how to put clothes on, ladies and gentlemen. And the plague in Goldshire. We need Arthas, but instead of, you know, going into Strathholm and getting rid of all the locals before they come undead, we need someone to come Goldshire and slay all these naked drain eye beasts away from my sight. Because I'm telling you, it's a problem. It's a problem for my mental state. They're everywhere. You can't get enough of them. Everywhere you look. Naked drain eye, naked drain eye, naked drain eye. Anyways. Egg basket. The mount was mine. Finally. I've never done the event before. I don't know why I'm saying finally. But I do the Headless Horseman and the Love Rocket every goddamn year, and I never get it. So it's about time that I got an event mount, even if it is a flying carpet with a little cute ducky on it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Noble flying carpet. Completed it, mate. Unlucky if you haven't got one, because Fat Lazy does. I mean, look at it. It's actually pretty cool. I'll give it that. It's a pretty cool mount. Look at me flying around. I don't know how that duck stays on though. My god, he's got incredible balance. You know, he might not be able to fly yet, but it's fine, because he can fly in the skies with me, on the mount. But back to some achievements. The next one is Nobel Garden. Hide a brightly coloured egg in Stormwind City. Pretty easy if you ask me, and pretty easy it was. We headed over to the centre of Stormwind, where we found a nice tree. A nice place to rest our egg. Very nicely done, easy achievement. Thank you very much for the 10 achievement points, Blizzard. Job done. Well done, Fatlazy Panda. You're moving on nicely for a panda and getting these achievements ticked off. The next one to tick off, Blushing Bride. Kiss someone wearing an elegant dress while wearing a white tuxedo shirt and black tuxedo pants. So shout out to my friend Dev, who met me right in the middle of Stormwind, asked me what I needed, and you know, before I could finish, I slash kissed and got myself the achievement. Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much. So we danced our way on over to the next achievement, Hard Boiled. Lay an egg in Ngoro Crater's hot springs as a rabbit. And that's what Dev did. She said, Fatlazy, you're a rabbit now. This is your new life. No longer you're a panda, you're a Fatlazy rabbit. Deal with it, bitch. And I said, no worries. I'll deal with that until I lay an egg. So, how long does it take? I was getting impatient. I just wanted to lay an egg and get out. Pop an egg already. And on cue, I did. I just needed to give myself some motivation. You know, it was my first time laying an egg. It was a nervous feeling, but we got it done. And there we were, as a bunny family, ready to move on to the next Nobel Garden achievement. And this one was Shake Your Bunny Maker, which was to use spring flowers to place rabbit ears upon players. And basically, certain races, pretty much every bog standard race that's not an allied race. And it does have a 5-minute cooldown. It's a bit tedious. And then we started off with Dev because she was a Draenei, so I said thank you very much. I'll tick that one off and we'll move on to the next one. Now I won't bore you all going through each and every one of them that I did, but you know, don't be an idiot. Make sure you know they're not an allied race, because that happened to me a few times and I wasted the 5-minute cooldown. Or don't waste your time trying to film the person that you want to get. This gnome that I wanted, Mr. Pirate fellow over here, it's like he could sense me. Look, he vanished and dipped just as I was about to bunny ear him. He knew something was coming, and I checked and it didn't count. It didn't fucking count. How dare you, you little rogue bastard. I hate rogues, man. God damn it. But eventually, we ticked our way through until we only had Troll left. Must be the most unpopular race to play, just bog standard Troll. But I eventually found one in Donegal, and you know, before he could get away, I shaked my bunny maker all over them, and got ourselves the achievement. Finally, thank you very much. We'll be moving on now. And we'll be moving on to doing the Desert Rose, which was plant a flower using the flower pouch in the following zones. First up, it was Tanaris, and just like that, we hit the pouch and grew ourselves a beautiful purple flower. How gorgeous, Fatlazy. We then carried on, flying towards the big sword in the sky. What sword? Who knows? In Syphilis, as I like to call it. And we grew ourselves another beautiful flower. My god, we're becoming quite the gardener during this event. And continued on through the airs, soaring to a new location. And that we did. And we grew ourselves another flower, this time in Desolus. Beautiful, making that desert shine. On we soared through the airs to our next location to plant a flower, being 1,000 needles. But we planted one less needle and one more flower, goddammit. Now the only one left was Badlands, but that's in the Eastern Kingdom, so while we're in Kalimdor, I thought we'd continue with the other achievement that we need to complete this. Spring Fling. Find your spring rabbit pet, another one to love in each of the following zones. There's 4 of them. A couple of them can be found over here in Kalimdor, and another couple can be found in the Eastern Kingdoms. So let's go find some love for our boy Salmon. So off we flew to Azure Watch. Very nice zone. But yeah, would we find the rabbit some love? We did. We found someone hunting eggs and whispered them and said, please, get the spring rabbit out, I want the achievement, please, 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 please. And you know, after a bit of begging, they did. I told them what they needed to do. And my god, did they follow through. And finally Salmon was able to find love in his first location. My boy Salmon is going to be a player by the end of all of this. So we hopped on the Flight Master to head to our next location, where our boy Salmon the Rabbit could find his second love over in Dolinar. And here, shout out to the boy Vandaloof, my homie, the best warrior in the Argent Dawn server, and certainly the best warrior in the Unlimited Patience Guild. But he came over on his badass mount, repping his even cooler transmog set, and was like, Fatlazy, I got your back, homie. Salmon, you need another lover? Well, here she is. Enjoy. Enjoy sweet, sweet love for the second time, Salmon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vandaloof. Oh dang indeed. Then back in the Eastern Kingdoms, by Ironforge in Kranos, a viewer of mine, part of the community, Blushy, thank you so much for helping me out, was like, Fatlazy, I got your back. Salmon, you thought being in love nice was the first time, you thought it was good twice, oh my god, the third time will be even better. And it was, it brought me one step closer to my goal. And last but not least, we headed back to Goldshire, where Salmon just needed to find one more partner to fall in love with. And I just begged in general chat, can someone summon the rabbit for me? I need the achievement, goddammit. And I just sat there, thinking, surely someone will. Someone will heed my call. Look at you all in Goldshire, it's rammed. Surely somebody wants to help Fatlazy out. You know, why have I got a lantern on my face? This isn't goddamn. This isn't Halloween, it's Easter. Happy Easter, not happy Halloween. What's going on? But you know, I thought, no one heard me. Everyone's too busy happying. They don't want. And then, oh, Mr. Pumpkin Man, little gnome. Yes, thank you so much. Salmon has achieved the ultimate goal. You know, I had to say thanks, dude. He hit me with a smiley face. I give him some love back. But that was on behalf of Salmon, really. Thank you so much for helping me out, whoever you are, Mr. Strange Rabbit Summoner. But you are appreciated, as now all I needed to do was finish off that other achievement. So I soared on over, on my Ashes of Alar, and where were we heading to in the Eastern Kingdoms? We're heading to the Badlands, an iconic zone, and you know, a fitting place to end this video and get ourselves the Nobel Gardener achievement. And all that was left to do, of course, was to plant our final flower in the dirt, making the Badlands a little less bad and a tad more pretty. And you know, how do we do that? By planting a flower and getting ourselves the achievement Desert Rose, as well as, of course, Nobel Gardener, which is like the ultimate achievement for completing the event. Hell yes, we've done it. We've done it, boys and girls. We've done everything this event can offer. Well, apart from one more thing, which is, of course, farm an absolute crap ton of eggs. I think I had to farm like 1,650, and then obviously go and buy everything that we can from that vendor, goddammit. So skip to me with an absolute shit ton of chocolates from eggs ready to spend to buy out the vendor and showcase you the juicy rewards that we've got ourselves. So back in the old faithful Goldshire, outside the inn, and we finally farmed 1 billion eggs. Well, it felt like 1 billion eggs anyways. It took me a few hours to farm this, I can't lie. As you can see, not character, come on my bag. I've got about 1,600 and something in there, 650. And I also got the mount, so I don't need to spend 500 coins on the mount. I got the mount a lot of times. I think I got it about 3, 4, 5 times. The rest are in my mail. But let's go through the rewards. A nice little bow. You can obviously get the sunflower staff, which I already have. A nice little axe. You can be mine. What else we got? A cool little staff. Thank you. You will be mine. And a flower dagger. Very nice. There's also this lovely ducky. The big ducky. Which makes me realise that, you know, earlier on in the video, that wasn't another player chasing that lady. She just had this pet. There's then the bunny. Cute. There's then a bunch of flowers. Somehow this is a pet. How that's a pet, I'll never know. But it is. Whatever. Thank you very much, Blizzard. There's also a toy. An egg basket toy. As well as a hearthstone. As well as... whoa, look at this. A selection of bunny ears. If you really want to be a big bunny... panda... I almost said a word I don't know if YouTube allows there. So I'm just going to say slag instead. I'm pretty sure that will fly by, it's okay. But yeah, we bought out everything we could possibly buy. First we learnt the bunny ears, get them out the way, get them out my sight. Then we learnt the weapons, may as well. It'll be non-refundable. I like how it gives me the warning for the weapons, but for the bunny ears it's like, just learn them. Got ourselves a lovely duckling. Let's summon him. Let's see how this lovely duckling, I can't speak, I think I said ducking the first time as well. But look at him. How cute. Very nice. Let's have a look at the more unorthodox pet. The mystical spring bouquet. How the hell is that a battle pet? You know, is it like a ghost type or something? Who knows? We also got ourselves a Drake's big basket of eggs. Nicely done. Take to the skies and what, it'll lay eggs? I might have to be on a Drake. I can't bother doing that. But hey we got ourselves a toy. Very nice. Learned ourselves another weapon. And of course, let's learn the bunny. He'll never beat Salmon for me. Salmon is the VIP when it comes to battle pet rabbits. And a cool little hearthstone, what does it look like? We hold an egg and stare at it. Brilliant. It's not as bad as the current raid one. I just got that recently and oh my god, is that hearthstone trash. But anyways, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to be part of the community on Discord, go join my community Discord, link will be in the description below. Like I said, I'm back to weekly uploads now. I'm feeling on top of things. I've got a deathrolling video, gambling in Goldshire, coming next week. And then I'm going to do the Children's Week event. And then I'm going to try get back to episode 2 of the pet battles, as well as doing my community event mount farming. So there's a lot coming on the channel. But until next week, keep it easy.